Remy spoke and said, "This Jasmine go."
When Remy Ma and Papoose were the epitome of black love. People thought that real-life fairy tales existed. Despite everything, Papoose was always there, like a character in a movie. Even after serving 6 years in prison, Remy never left her side. He wasn't merely repeating her name in interviews. He was shouting it from the rooftops. Whenever he could, he made it clear that Remy was his queen. They were praised by everyone for their unwavering devotion, and he even married her while she was incarcerated. However, that ideal romance is now beginning to unravel. And it's happening quickly, so grab some popcorn because things are going to get messy.
You gotta address the elephant in the room. Like, get you went crazy. You know, can we even talk about the whole easy to Papoose now that he done?
It only takes one good hit to turn me off from sports. Therefore, I've never been a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of boxing, and the drama outside the ring is getting even more intense at the moment. I witness individuals accepting punches as though they were inconsequential. For months, people have been discussing Remy Ma and the battle rapper Easy, the block captain. Though not everyone agrees, Remy dismissed the allegations that she had cheated on Papo because of the way the internet operates, which examines every post, word, and detail. It was only a matter of time until things truly went out of hand.
Huge. Don't ask me no questions about Remy and Papoose.
You heard it. Why you asking me questions?
How many times? I'm not asking about that. I just want to know.
In an industry function, Papo and Easy, the block captain, got into a fight. Pap let his fists do the talking before anyone intervened to stop them from fighting. Hit the ground after being knocked out cleanly. Pap did. The only thing he knew how to do, if that's accurate. He initially claimed not to be moved, but when he mentioned the NDA, everyone burst out laughing. After that, he turned back and implied that something was happening. But if there was no conflict, no blow, no knockout. Why remain silent when others are starting to piece things together and it appears like someone may have been dropped? This is where things start to become heated. Messier. This was more than just a battle. The controversy surrounding Remy's alleged affair with the block leader EAS had the entire rap scene on edge. Oz got into a nasty rap battle after being publicly chastised for interfering with Papa's wife. They demonstrated how Papo supported Remy during her 6 years in custody and how he cried with her. But let's be honest, this debate was not helping anyone. Then the real problem began. The blogs were absorbing the excessive talking and sharing of information. That should have stayed private. They helped their daughter through every significant moment. Even bringing up her remark that their father would never allow a guy to divide up his family and let braces in. YouTube is rife with arguments and angry comments. Even half of this is accurate, the story is far from over. Even if everyone is in the shade room, EAs may have made Remy happy by taking her out and cheering her up. But let's face it, Papoose wasn't going to keep in order to deal with it. He rendered Easy asleep and, when the time came, used him as a step stool to stand over him. The blowback had a big effect on Remy. But if Papoose hadn't loved her, he wouldn't have tolerated all of this. In addition to ruining her marriage, the rumors about her and Easy also threw her entire reputation off balance. And people who had previously praised her for staying loyal to Papoose began to view her in a new light, as if things couldn't get much worse. A new rumor surfaced that she had gotten close to another rapper, but it was short-lived. Her relationship with Papo was clearly more than just going through a difficult time at this point. The rifts were too deep to overlook, and given the situation, there might not be a way to mend them. Remy, will we ever know the whole story? Hurry up! Slowly but surely, Papo began to distance himself from Remy, and before anyone realized it, he had found another lover. This is when things start to get interesting. Papo remained silent and spoke little, but the rumors continued. If you read correctly, Papua's new lover is a professional fighter who throws her hands. The nicest part is that, in spite of the turmoil, Pap seems happier than he has been in years. He was the ideal spouse because he put her first, even when it looked like Remy didn't appreciate it. He kept her down during her imprisonment, remained faithful for 6 difficult years, and made every effort to start again following her release. Although his fans are happy to see him live for himself at last, the fact that such devotion and loyalty are uncommon just serves to heighten the misery of the situation. Each person has a unique viewpoint. He has undoubtedly finished this chapter and is now concentrating on himself. After Remy was released from prison, Papoose became the embodiment of Black love in romance and hip-hop. As the highest kind of dedication, he proudly wore that label beside her. As a result, it is difficult for many to accept and feels like a betrayal to him and his fans who believed that the ideal representation of Black love had vanished. Remy is accused of cheating not just with anyone, but also with EAS, a subordinate at a company that P helped launch.
That sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking
Remy how it felt and whether it hurt her as she stood. They're absorbing every barb thrown at her before the battle. Papo didn't talk much, at least not as much as people who spoke about him for months. Remy said, "It's battle rap," and nodded. Names are dropped in war. People say, that's the reality. I have seen thousands of battles. Let's face it, this time it wasn't simply a name drop. Instead, she was being raped directly for a lot longer than she had anticipated. I've been named before. The widely circulated video of Remy and Papa's furious quarrel followed, as if things couldn't get any stranger. Following all of this, their marriage, their new lover, love, devotion, and betrayal were all in the news for all the wrong reasons. The video went viral on social media, leaving the two women with more questions than answers as admirers tried to figure out why they were having such an emotional moment. Actually, what happened? How did this happen? Above all is this Papo and Remy Ma's last chapter. Fans were astonished to learn that Papo had moved on with someone else because they had witnessed all the highs and lows and everything in between with Remy Ma. And they had always managed to stay together. Has their love affair ended? It began. Fans who had always supported Remy were split after seeing video of Pap and his new partner looking way too comfortable. While some felt awful for Pap, others said she had every right to move on. The problems didn't end there, though, when Remy discovered that Pap was seeing someone else. The rumors were ignored at first, but they eventually gained traction. The tension and emotions were so high that when a video of a heated altercation between her and Papa's new girlfriend surfaced online, social media went crazy. Everyone was wondering if this was the last straw for Papoose and Remy Ma as the emotions erupted. The video depicts Remy Ma's emotions as she engages in direct communication with Papa's new companion. She accuses the woman of interfering with her relationship with Papa, and her frustration is clear in every word. As the argument intensifies, it seems for a moment that it might get violent. But how did it get to this stage? For months, everyone had been aware of the cracks in Remy and Papa's marriage. Despite their best efforts to conceal them, the strain was evident, and after years of Remy, Papa's unexpected affair with another woman was the last straw. She was upset and devastated, but was this argument really about his new girlfriend? Or was it a more serious indication that their marriage had been failing for some time? The entire incident was caught on tape for some reason, and when it went viral online, social media erupted, and fans started taking sides right away. His new girlfriend also generated a lot of conversation. And before anybody knew it, the drama involving Remy and Papoose had grown from what should have been a private PR matter to a full-fledged media circus. Some accused Remy of letting things go to pieces, while others claimed that after everything she had done for Papoose, he had betrayed her. Papo, he eventually said in multiple interviews that he never intended for things to become this ugly because he could no longer handle the drama. Even while he acknowledged that he had a bond with his new girlfriend and that his marriage to Remy had been problematic for some time, he made it clear that he didn't appreciate how everything went public. He felt sorry for both women and still loved Remy, but but there was no way out of this predicament. Remy, however, was not going to remain silent and used social media to express her feelings of betrayal by both Papoose and the woman he was seeing. As it all happened, fans rushed to Remy's side, offering her love and support. But the media stepped up their coverage, starting news websites, gossip blogs, and social media, because they couldn't take the drama any longer. For example, some people called Papo the villain. Every hour, new speculation surfaced as people yearned for more. All of a sudden, everything that Papo and Remy did, even their altercation with Papa's new girlfriend, made headlines. The internet went crazy, with some fans believing Papo had done something wrong and others supporting Remy, believing she was deserving of better treatment. And everyone had the right to continue once everything had occurred. Despite the heated discussion and opposing points of view, one thing was evident. This was a serious controversy. People from all around the world watched as social media erupted, in arguments with followers swiftly taking sides. For days, hashtags like hashtag Team Remy and hashtag Team Papo were popular as people talked about love, loyalty, and betrayal. Since Remy and Papo were the only ones who truly understood what went on behind the scenes, they began having serious conversations, despite the fact that everyone had an opinion. Their marriage had been up and down in the past, but this time it felt different. In interviews, Papoose claimed that things had gotten out of hand. But he wasn't prepared to go since he still harbored feelings for Remy and wanted to put things straight. As the turmoil subsided, it became evident that they had to decide. They had created something genuine that other people admired. But ultimately, love was sufficient to reunite Papo and Remy. Remy, however, didn't hold back when expressing how deeply offended she was. She felt duped, but she also left open the chance that Papo may demonstrate his sincerity in making amends. In high society, Ma's love story was formally seen as an unwavering example of loyalty, and fans appreciated Papoose's ability to govern her while she was confined and his loyalty when many others would not. However, their once strong relationship appears to be eroding now that circumstances have shifted. Rumor quickly spread that Papo had made a new acquaintance. Who was this? Was the new woman a rebound? Or had he really moved on? It was made worse by Remy's answer. When Messi left, many wondered if there was more to the tale. A heated altercation captured on camera went viral and sent social media into a frenzy. The same question is now being asked by everyone. Will Papo and Remy's romance end, or can they patch things up? The drama served as a sobering reminder of how difficult it is to maintain a relationship in the public eye, when loyalty and trust are essential. However, one thing is certain: nothing stays the same in the hip-hop industry. Papo and Remy Ma's relationship began in the early when Remy was given a 6-year prison sentence in 2008. Most people assumed their romance would be over. Papa, however, defied their presumptions by sticking by her side, visiting her frequently, and even getting married while she was inside. In the 2000s, they were both emerging hip-hop performers. Papo established himself as one of the most devoted men in the industry, and they were one of the most popular couples in hip-hop. This is Papoose's smooth, streetwise tale. After Remy's release in 2014, they continued their relationship, working together on tracks and making appearances on Love and Hip Hop New York. Their chemistry was evident right away. In 2016, their ideal wedding cemented what many fans believed to be the height of hip-hop romance. Through their profitable commercial endeavors and popular music, including Remy's female battle rap league Chrome 23, they created a brand that respected their partnership. However, no partnership is flawless. The main reason for the rumors of trouble in paradise earlier this year was that Remy had gotten too close to the fight rapper Easy the Block. When the couple was spotted together at events and rumors of an affair began to circulate, fans began to worry if this was the beginning of the end. despite the fact that their interactions were professional. The two had formerly represented loyalty and commitment. When Remy Ma and Easy, the block captain, began spreading rumors about a furious altercation between Papoose and E at an event, things took a drastic turn. Although Papo never verified the specifics, other witnesses claimed that violence broke out. As fans analyzed every aspect and formed their own opinions about Papoose and Remy's nuptials, social media went into overdrive. When Remy finally made an appearance in an interview, the rumors came to a stop. When she claimed, "I never cheated on anybody," some admirers didn't believe her, so the fight went on. However, Papo remained silent, which only led to others discussing his inability to acknowledge that there must be more to the story. After the issue was resolved, fans began to wonder if there was indeed a problem behind the scenes. The next twist was rumors that Papo had moved on to someone else. Some said this mystery woman was young and pretty, but nothing else was known about her. In order to determine whether Papoose and Remy were actually over or if it was just a rebound, fans became detectives, examining images and videos. The internet only required that. Neither Papoose nor Remy took the reports seriously, and they remained mute, refusing to confirm or deny anything. Even though Remy's actions suggested that, the story was far from over. Remy said nothing. The fact that Papo's pictures were either deleted or saved suggests a change. She never explicitly brought up their relationship in interviews, but her actions were more powerful than words. Instead of talking about Papo, she decided to focus on her career, her family, and growing Chrome 23's fan base. When she gave a solo presentation at an awards show wearing a beautiful crimson outfit, everyone wondered if the accusations were real. Papo was left out of her accolades for her following team and children.